Crunch Time
with Ryan Kordziel.
It's Crunch Time.
What a game! Unbelievable!
This is Kordziel Krunch
with Ryan Kordziel.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Kordziel Krunch. For the first 51 years of New York Mets history, they never had a pitcher throw a no-hitter. Despite iconic pitchers such as Tom Seaver, Jerry Koosman, and Nolan Ryan, who threw 7 no-hitters in his career, all after he left New York, no Mets were able to accomplish the feat. That all changed on June 1st, 2012. The Mets were facing the St. Louis Cardinals from Citi Field, and Johan Santana was on the mound. Santana had missed the entire 2011 season with a torn rotator cuff, and there were serious questions about his ability as the season began, but he regained most of his form early on and had a 2-2 record on the season. The Cardinals had nearly their entire 2011 World Championship team with them and had added Carlos Beltran in the offseason. The Mets, meanwhile, had Lucas Duda, David Wright, and Daniel Murphy, among others. They were not a great team, but they were a resilient one. The game started off slow, and in the 4th inning, center fielder Kirk Nieuwenhuis singled, and then David Wright doubled. Lucas Duda hit a sacrifice fly, and then Daniel Murphy tripled to give the Mets a 2-0 lead. There was controversy in the 6th inning, as Carlos Beltran hit a ball that appeared to be fair as it landed on the white chalk line in left field, but the third base umpire called it a foul ball, and Beltran grounded out on the next pitch.
It was the number 6 overall pick in 2009. That is a foul ball. Ooh. He's now at Double-A, and speaking of Wheeler, as Okendo wants to have a word with our third base umpire.
Adrian Johnson.
9 starts for Wheeler, 1.88 ERA, and foul ball. Where it goes over the bag.
Pretty tough.
In the 6th, Nieuwenhuis singled, and Wright followed with a walk. Lucas Duda got ahead in the count, and on a 2-1 pitch, sent a 3-run home run over the right center field fence to increase the Mets' lead to 5-0. In the 7th inning, David Freese popped out, and Yadier Molina sent a ball deep to left field that looked like it may drop in for a hit. But Mike Baxter made a dramatic catch while crashing into the wall to preserve the no-hitter.
And a fly ball deep left field. Back goes Baxter onto the track. He makes the catch! What a play! And Baxter may be hurt.
Unfortunately, Baxter injured his shoulder in the process and had to be removed from the game. But the Mets got out of the inning unscathed. In the bottom of the 7th, the Mets blew the game wide open. Omar Quintanilla singled, and the Cardinals walked the next 2 batters to load the bases. David Wright walked to bring in a run, and Daniel Murphy hit a 2-run single to give the Mets an 8-0 lead. The 9th inning saw intense drama, as the Mets were oh so close to breaking their 8,020-game stretch without a no-hitter. Matt Holliday lined out on the first pitch, then Alan Craig struck out. David Freese worked a full count, but struck out to end the inning, ending the Mets' 51-year quest for a no-hitter.
He struck him out! It has happened! In their 51st season, Johan Santana has thrown the first no-hitter in New York Mets history.
And now Santana, perhaps a strike away. Johan sweeps a little dirt away from the left of the pitching rubber, steps behind the rubber, tugs once at the bill of his cap, takes a deep breath, and steps to the third base side of the rubber. Santana into the windup. The payoff pitch on the way, swung on and missed! Strike 3! He's done it! Johan Santana has pitched a no-hitter in the 8,020th game in the history of the New York Mets. They finally have a no-hitter, and who better to do it than Johan Santana? And what a remarkable story. His teammates are mobbing him at the mound. The players in the bullpen are trotting in. It is a surreal feeling here at Citi Field. The first no-hitter in the history of the New York Mets has been pitched by as worthy a candidate as anyone, Johan Santana. Put it in the books, in the history books. One of the seminal moments in the history of this franchise.
Johan Santana gradually lost effectiveness during the rest of the 2012 season. He registered an 8.27 ERA after the game, and never pitched in a major league game after the season ended. Despite multiple attempts at a comeback, Santana's 134-pitch night was truly the last shot for an aging veteran with a history of shoulder ailments. Despite the damage he apparently suffered from the game, Santana was proud of what he accomplished. That'll wrap up this episode of Kordziel Krunch. Join me next week when I take a look at some more iconic moments in sports history. For Kordziel Krunch, I'm Ryan Kordziel. Thanks for listening.
Kordziel Krunch.
With Ryan Kordziel.
Ryan Kordziel. Crunch time.